Buenas noches a todos. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We're back with Castile. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. Right, so we're preparing for them to... Oh my goodness. Okay. Right, this is a Holy Roman intervention, so Austria as the Holy Roman Emperor is effectively fighting Venice in order to take something away from them. They are allied with Savoy, but I think we can safely accept this. Hopefully Austria has a number of allies other than us. Allied with Brandenburg. There's a bit of a break from history. But yeah, I think we should be fine. Might affect our alliance with Savoy, but other than that... Still making money, which is good. Might just cautiously mothball these forts. Definitely need that one still intact. And yeah, I think I'll just speed time up, not actually planning to do anything to help. We don't have any armies near there and we're expecting a rebellion. So... And also, honestly, I don't think they need us. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's one loan repaid. So I think we only have one left. I don't know if I drew attention to this alert for loans, but it's fairly basic. You will take loans out automatically if you run out of money. Sometimes up to an incredible number of loans, so it can get a bit out of control if you don't keep an eye on it. It's not necessarily something to be very afraid of. Aha! Okay, this is something that doesn't affect us, but it's very important if you ever play in the Holy Roman Empire. Basically, some of the Italian states have seceded. They're no longer part of the Empire. It is possible to stop it, but it's not easy. So I'm not surprised that the computer hasn't pulled it off. I think I've yet to actually see the computer do a particularly successful run of the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, so we've got some diplomats back. I was wondering if it'd be worth maybe fabricating claims on these two provinces. Not necessarily saying I'm planning to attack. Ditto with Morocco, I think. I just think just in case we do get dragged into a war, it wouldn't hurt to have some claims on them. Hopefully we won't need them. Had an exceptional year. Brilliant. So we either get an improved tax modifier or a bit of a pittance. I think we'll collect benefits over time, thanks. But that's good. France is making claims on us. That isn't good. Note that we still haven't restored our army yet, our manpower. Okay, so this is something that was done to us. We have a chance to take a cardinal away from somewhere. Oh, it's Switzerland. Not Switzerland have done it to us. Forget it. Don't really care what Switzerland think of us. We have gained a holy war, Castile. Getting confused there. Oh well. It won't necessarily last though, and I don't really want to attack anyone right now, I don't think. Oh, hang on, we've got a problem. Savoy has started attacking us. And we're actually going to get an uprising any second. Oh well, can't be helped. probably better go and deal with Savoy. I mean, it's one thing to have them taking these lands over, bad though it is. Oh, that's good. We've made a successful conversion in Gibraltar. Finally. Gives us a little bit more papal influence, but it also, this alert here, it also shows religious unity. So there are pluses to having good religious unity. We're actually getting some minuses here, some red connections, because it isn't high enough. So maybe it'd be worth doing this one. I want to do one at a time. It shouldn't take too long to do. Aha, Savoy's doing the runner. Okay, well that's good. Let's head back then. Because I think this land should be taken back automatically by the castle. And Austria has accepted peace with Savoy, which is brilliant. So I think their actual war is with Venice. But at least we're not at war with Savoy anymore, who were originally our allies. I think Venice is much less likely to attack us, and I doubt the war's going to go on for much longer. So I think they only have 3 provinces. And it looks like they've all been occupied. For some reason that one had been occupied by us, which is interesting. And I suppose Austria will give it us as part of the war reparations there. No. Oh! Okay, looks like Venice is now gone. No more Venice. So I have to say, even if they're not keeping the Holy Roman Empire together as well as they'd like, they're certainly doing quite well as a country on their own. Transylvania has arisen. Okay, we've lost our conquistador. Might just get another one. I think our military tradition must be doing better, because we seem to be getting 2-star generals. Okay, brilliant. Well, things have calmed down a bit, so maybe we should do a little bit more exploration. Just wondering where the best place would be to explore. I might just do some of this sea area here, just so we can see a little bit more of what's going on. We're still expecting this uprising. And I might possibly see how we're getting on with our spy networks. Because in a lot of ways we haven't really started the colonisation in earnest yet either. Half tempted to attempt another attack, even though our armies haven't yet recovered. It probably depends what other allies we can drag in, if any, and whether Tunis has any allies. Yeah. Okay, new technology. Oh, brilliant, workshop. Right. Okay. So we do want to build some workshops. We've also got an option to make it an illegal offence to own or produce a translation of the Bible. We should definitely go for this. The only negatives are reform desire, which is going to trigger the Reformation. But that's almost certainly going to happen whether we do it or not, and the computer is going to be going through all of these. Plus it's in character for Spain, for Castile, to act as loyal Catholics, so let's go for it. Let's enjoy the benefits while we can. Oh, we've also got 50 papal influence, so let's go for this again, get some more money. Hopefully we can pay this loan off and then we should start building workshops. Administrating an empire. Paper is a future. Okay, so this I think is a change to the value of trade goods. I'd like to think we've got paper being made somewhere, but who knows. Not much we can do about it anyway. Okay, better get these boats home. We've already got the naval attrition warning, but we're not far from home, so hopefully it'll be fine. Oh, right, agent discovered. So if you remember, just pause immediately, head to Morocco and do whatever we can. So let's make a claim on Fez, their capital. Partly because I'm a bit fed up of having to siege it before I can get anywhere into Morocco. How's this one looking? We're on 33.87. I mean, the interesting thing is that I have a feeling... Oh no, all we can do with Holy War is show superiority. Apparently Austria would actually join in if we had a war with Tunis. How much help they would actually be, I don't know. And I have to say, I'm still not sure we've really recovered enough. I'm going to have to watch this actually, because this army is going to need splitting at some point. Kind of happy keeping them as a single army at the moment because we're still expecting these separatists any second. But ultimately they're going to get too big and start taking damage. Also our money situation is going to get trickier as the army recovers because we'll be paying more people. But anyway, I might improve relations with these guys again. I'm guessing we're no longer allied. No, we're not allied with Savoy anymore. Oh. Yeah, that's just a native uprising, that's fine. Might improve with Austria again. We're probably mostly there with them. Provence is lacking heirs, but the ruler is only 16 years old. Actually, we should probably mothball all forts now. Someone's been excommunicated. So I'm feeling these guys can't rise up here. So as long as we react quickly enough to the uprising, we shouldn't need the fort. We'll possibly need it for this uprising. How are we doing? Right, our heiress, Juana, is actually probably of age now to become queen. So from our point of view, the sooner King Juan dies, the better, I'm afraid. Still, I'm not going to try and force it by making him the military leader. I'm sure he'll die soon enough anyway. I might change my mind when we lose a leader. Okay, who's this? The Papal State is attacking Tunis. Well, they did declare a holy war on them, I suppose. I just hope we're not going to take these lands. But anyway, let's fabricate a claim again. So I think those are the two lands I actually want. These two. For the time being, so we may as well stop building the spy network and use a diplomat elsewhere. So we have a claim on Fez, we have a claim on these two provinces which are next door to us, which would at least make sense. Oh no, this is interesting. We actually have an opportunity to vassalize this nation. So, okay. So vassalization. In fact, let's start doing it. So vassalization kind of means they stay as a separate nation, but They will pay you, I think, half of their taxes, and they will join you in any wars. They won't make wars on their own or do things without asking you. But you need two things to vassalise a nation. It's basically just a way to take them diplomatically instead of aggressively. So you need a tick here for vassalisation, and if you hover over the tick or the cross, you can find out the reasons, positives and negatives. But then you also need them to have an opinion of you of at least 190. I think we can do that. Our improved relations are plus 52, and they can go up to plus 100. Man, you released in peace. That's going to go down. So possibly it isn't going to work, but we'll try. We'll try to improve relations with them as soon as we're allowed. Because there are other things you can do. So I'll start the improved relations because we still have a spare diplomat. So a royal marriage would certainly help, but we can't royal marry them because they are Sunni Muslim. But we can offer them military access, that should give a plus 10. We can proclaim a guarantee, that should also give a plus 10. We can give subsidies, which can give up to a plus 15 in their opinion of us, as long as we give enough. It takes a while, like improved relations does, but improved relations is free. And we can send a gift which can give up to plus 25. So I think we can do it as long as this tick doesn't disappear, because it is a bit dicey. But then there's no particular reason why it should go down. It's actually gone up one. So yeah, I think we could get them on board, which would be great. I personally really like having vassals. I mean, we're fine with Castile anyway, because as a colonial nation we should end up with a bunch of... Sorry, as a colonising nation we should end up with a bunch of colonial nations, which are very similar to vassals. I just like the fact that to some extent they fight your wars for you. I don't think everyone likes them quite so much. But it means that when I join in a war like Austria's and I choose to do absolutely nothing, the vassals will actually usually do something. So I'll feel more like I'm contributing. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's move here. Need to watch our supply limits now. If you remember, this province here has a supply limit of 22, so if we put our army there, they will start taking damage. We've got a little school down here where the padlock is. Whereas here, Iran has a supply limit of 31, so it's fine, but we are going to need to split into two armies again soon. We cannot leave it like this. However, let's work on this. I am going to offer them military access. May as well do all the things that don't actually cost us anything first. Oh, we've got a cross. Okay, so what's happened? Apparently, oh, our military power's gone down. That's the only problem, I think. Basically because we just had to fight a battle. So we've lost a few of our troops, but that should rectify it pretty quickly. There we go, we're getting there. So I think we're fine with that one. We're on plus 163 now. So if we proclaim a guarantee, so that basically says that if anyone attacks them, we will join in on their side. It's generally something a much bigger country does to a smaller country. You do have to watch it sometimes, because the smaller countries, if they feel that another country owns their provinces, they'll sometimes try to drag you into a war. But you can get that with a military alliance. So the only question is whether we should now offer a gift, or whether we should just wait for the improved relations. Oh, brilliant! We have become the papal controller again. That was very unlikely. So we should immediately put another 5 papal influence in to become the next one. It's obviously worth it, but we're now getting all of these benefits. So that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Been very lucky there. Okay, now the Pope has apparently finished attacking Tunis. I think I might just finish off vassalising this country so we have a little bit more help. We have a few military advisors to pick from. This one, land maintenance modifier, actually helps with money. It means your army's less expensive, but it's a +2, so far too expensive for us. However, this one, morale of armies, will be useful in an actual war. So we should go with them. Oh, who's attacking them now? Darn, that's not good. Right, forget this. I'm going to try and vassalise them immediately. So if we give them 50, it'll improve relations by 25, which is the most you can have. And I'm hoping... Oh, the target country has to be at peace. So we may find that we've lost our money if this country manages to take them over militarily. And we probably can't fabricate a claim on them, can we? So we have no good excuse for declaring war, which would unfortunately affect our stability. I'm slightly annoyed because we've proclaimed a guarantee. So unless they were at war before we proclaim the guarantee... Fezzan. Okay, maybe the principal war is with Fezzan. We'll just have to see how it plays out, unfortunately. Okay. Friesland wants military access, no problem with that. I'm going to split this army up now. Put the smaller army over here, bigger army can stay there. They're both handy for when the uprising happens, which is going to be in this province here, and I'm just going to speed up time. Hopefully this war will end. The second it does, we will have a new vassal. The problem is that if any of the land gets taken, the vassal will be less valuable. But I'm hoping that the main war is with Fezzan. Vassalising is one of the main times when I actually crunch the numbers. Right, I'm going to improve relations with the Ottomans again. We have a positive relationship with them. I want to keep it that way, because especially if the Iberian wedding happens, we're likely to be sufficiently powerful that the Ottomans will be the obvious rivals for us. They may rival us anyway, but I'd rather avoid that if possible, because they are generally the most powerful country. France is attacking England again. Okay, border friction, Aragon's attitude towards us is going to go down. I'm just going to accept that. I don't like it, but I'll accept it. I'm just going to hope it doesn't come up too many more times. Mamluks have announced us a rival. That's fine. We've finished improving relations with the Ottomans. Can't be helped. Tunis is imploding. I really would love to attack them. Stop trying to improve relations. Okay, someone's bribed the cardinal to move. Actually, liege this time, which is upsetting. Papal state has cancelled military access. Okay, so we actually have an excuse for attacking them. The problem is that because they're part of the Holy Roman Empire, Austria will join in, as well as everyone else, and Austria can call their allies. So, not happening. Would be mildly amused at the idea of being called in to help defend Liege against myself. But, yeah. Oh, this looks good. It looks like our new vassal may actually be winning. improving relations with Aragon. We'll start improving relations with Portugal. Still got a royal marriage, which is good. Bavaria doesn't have an heir, but that's not surprising. France is going to kick England out of... Oh, brilliant. We've finished a conversion, so that gives us a little more papal influence, but more critically, it gives us a higher religious unity. So let's follow that up and go for Malaga. They're not too expensive. I think we can afford them, and they're not going to take too long. And amazingly, we've actually started gaining manpower again. So I think we might have finally recovered from the last war. In which case, it may shortly be time to build some cannons. That's fine. Okay, I've got 2 diplomats back, so I'm going to start improving relations again. So I want to be at the highest point we can be as soon as this war finishes. Truce in Morocco is over. Still not really planning to attack them. Sorry, I keep moving the time up and down. It's just every time there's an event, I don't necessarily want to stop time. Well, not an event, an alert. But I want to check it out to make sure it's not something vitally important. Looks like Morocco is attacking Tunis, which is interesting. I suppose it's inevitable. We probably should have got in first. Austria is the emperor again. I'm guessing that means their last ruler has died. But we still have a royal marriage. Honestly can't believe how long this war's going on. So yeah, that's unfortunate. We may be in the position of having to attack Morocco again. Let's start building a spy network again. So the claims we have on Tunis will transfer over when Morocco takes these 2 provinces. However, if we can get another claim in first on Morocco, we will get that a bit cheaper than if we have to do it after this. And we should have claims on 4 provinces. But we'll see. Of course, it's also whether we actually want to attack Morocco again, because their army was surprisingly scary last time. Really wishing I'd attacked Tunis before Morocco did. Problem is, if we attack Tunis now, Morocco already has claims here, and there's no way we can take them away from them without going to war with Morocco themselves. It's a bit like a situation we have with Portugal, even though we're not actually allies. Okay, we'll start reason to attack Liège. Transylvania is having a civil war. We have a new technology. Oh, Renaissance thought. Okay, so with Renaissance thought, we've gained our 2nd national idea. Now this, because we're a colonial nation, we really need to pick expansion ideas. It will give us a 2nd colonist immediately. However, I'm not sure. Well, not immediately, because this one's going to take administrative power. And to be fair, I don't think we'll be able to use them until we finish this colony. Which admittedly is on the way, 811 settlers. However, things are going to get more expensive. As every colony we have is going to cost us 4 ducats. Well, 2 ducats each to maintain. So it'll be a total of 4 now. I should probably just check that we don't have any other uprisings coming. Not immediately, at least. Yeah, brilliant. So we should be nearly there now, which is good, because 916. Because I imagine Portugal is getting stuck into the Caribbean now. Got Puerto Rico. Okay, so we have another land of opportunity, so that will give us more settlers. This is why we need to max both these out as soon as we can, which is going to put us at a disadvantage in war, unfortunately. So if we do have one last war in Morocco, it's probably going to be the last one we ever do. Military technology. I mean, we do have a one advantage, that because we've been ploughing it all into military tech. In fact, can we pay off this loan yet? 325.16. We might at least be ahead on technology. But after that we really need to get a military idea group if we can. Because I imagine other nations will be focusing more on military. Okay, right, I believe this war is now over. No? No, it isn't. But it at least doesn't look like they're occupying these lands anymore. Okay, we have 3 diplomats free now. We can fabricate another claim on Morocco, which is great. What should we go for? Maybe this one? I was thinking of maybe... Actually, let's just check the trade nodes. Yeah, there's no real difference in trade nodes, just making sure we've got all the severe trade node provinces, which we do, so let's just go for this one. Let's make our country a little more, I don't know, thick, I suppose. Okay, colonialism. This changes everything. I have no doubt this has appeared in Portugal. Just check technology, so we're going to start getting a disadvantage again. Yep, there it is. So Portugal will have got a big boost to this. On the plus side, we should get this certainly as early as anyone else. We already have it appearing in 2 provinces. So yeah, we shouldn't need to worry too much about it. And it's not too bad a thing, because 2 of our technologies we're now ploughing entirely into ideas. So it doesn't matter if we have a negative, like a penalty to getting them. Military technology is so far ahead that, yeah, the penalty from the institution is likely to be irrelevant, because we're not going to be able to get any military ideas for a while. Okay, so we have relative notability. We can support the Florentine school. We absolutely should. That's not a problem. Does act as a setback towards us paying off our loans. In fact, so much of a setback. I'm wondering... No, I suppose we don't really need the cannons yet. I definitely want to fit our armour with at least 1 gun each, though. Right, so Morocco has taken these provinces as expected. Is this war finally over? This war is finally over. Brilliant. So we offered them vassalisation, so they are now our vassals. You see they appear in blue. They are permanent allies for us now. If we just look at the possibility of attacking Morocco, they have no allies and Aragon would join in. I think that we should do it, but I also think that we should do it next turn, and that before we do it we should build some cannons. So yeah, brilliant. I shall leave it there, and we will hopefully be attacking Morocco next time. I'll see you then.